Y'all know what this is.
KNICKS Rehab.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all.
T-Mac says you can't build around Brunson the way he's playing.
Because the identity is gone. Okay. Last year, they had an identity. Tibbs was all about defense. It was structure around the defense. We didn't see Cat out of position like he is in these last 8 to 10 games. Like, we didn't see Brunson getting blown by. Like, the scheme that Tibbs had for this team fit the personnel that they have. And I think they got away from that. I remember playing for the Rockets, and we had Jeff Van Gundy, who's a great defensive coach, right? And we played for him for 3 years, and we had our core guys. Jeff Van Gundy gets fired. We bring in Rick Alderman, who's a great offensive coach. But our core guys, vet guys, understood we're not changing our defense because we were top in the league with Jeff Van Gundy, so we're going to keep the same principles and scheme and just add the offense that Rick Alderman had. And we still was a great defensive team. But so I don't know if these guys have the presence of mind of that or they just straight buying into what Mike Brown is building for them, but it's not working over these last 10 games, and they got to get back to their identity.
Brunson is a great piece. Like I said, like having a lead guard in this NBA, you need one. But if your lead guard ain't a guy, ain't one of those guys, then you got to continue to build the team out and not build around him. Right? He could be a piece to what you're doing, but the centerpiece of what you're doing, I don't think that's the guy that's the centerpiece. The guy that moves and shakes everything. Brunson is a great player, but this thing about him being the centerpiece to us getting to the mountaintop, I think is overblown. I would not build around him. I would have him as my lead guard for sure, but I would not put the keys in his hand and say it rests on your shoulders. He's not that great of a player to do that. You see what great y'all watch the game, man. I'm not about to sit up here on some weird ass high horse and act like I know more than some other niggas. Y'all watch the NBA. Y'all watch the games. Y'all know who the fuck the guys are and who are not. Y'all know who they are. So this is not like some rocket science shit. Jalen Brunson is a damn good player, but I think at some point we ain't yet. I said keep doing it over and over again, right? Y'all always bring that up. Like, bring it over and over again. But at what point are we going to realize, okay, he's doing it over and over and over again, but it's just not going to result into winning a championship? Yeah, he's going to play at a high level, for sure. But is his high level going to be great enough for us to be a championship level team? Especially if we're building around him. I just don't think that's how we're going to be able to do it.
What you thinking, old boy?
I totally disagree. I think this team is somewhat built around Brunson, and we have been successful. Have we come up short? Yes. Like Flea always says, we was 2 games away from the finals. To have a chance to win a championship with Brunson being the lead guy. Let's not act like the last couple of years he wasn't in the MVP race. He wasn't considered one of the better players in the NBA. His guys are not following.
Did he win MVP?
His guys are not following. His guys, a lot of guys don't win it, Flea. I don't know what to say.
Did he win?
No.
Did he win?
His guys
win multiple. A lot of guys win multiple.
Like I say, but you're sitting up here. See, you're sitting up here, like you said. We watched the game. We see what he did the last 2 seasons. If his guys did their jobs at a high level, like everybody else does, the MVP guys that you're talking about, their guys perform at a high level night in and night out. Our guys are very inconsistent. 1 minute, Josh Hart, I'll give you 15, 15 and 9, and then the next night he'll give you 5, 3 and 1. A guy like OG and Bridges, they'll give you one night and then go missing for a whole fucking month. While the other MVPs of the team, their guys are playing at a high level consistently. Mitchell Robinson can't stay on the court, can't play 30-plus minutes. Then Cat goes missing. He's sensitive. These are a guy like Deuce can't average double digits coming off the bench. So for me, I let's not act like the Brunson's, his supporting cast is playing hella great basketball. They're not. If they played how they supposed to play, then I think we wouldn't even be having this discussion. I think Brunson is the guy. Right now, I'm looking wrong, and I'm fine with that because Flea makes great points. Because on the defensive end, Lord have mercy. But we have to be for real. The other guys don't hold up the end of their bargain. They don't even hold it up 75 to 85%. These niggas is 20. Like, bro, do we see what Bridges and OG does? Literally at times, nothing. It can't get no stops. So I just feel, you know, we seen Brunson at a high level. We see when we was clicking on all cylinders and we look legit. But Flea, you correct. He didn't win. We didn't win. So it can all be hogwash. But like I said, I think we're going to have to figure that out because it's evident we can't build around Cat and Brunson. That shit don't mix.
I just don't know what the fuck T-Mac was talking about because we weren't playing defense last year. The culture was Tibbs in terms of he will reprimand you. He will hold you accountable to what Flea's point was. Because I think even I was conceded that with Tibbs. I'm like, yo, say whatever you want about Tibbs. You could dislike him all you want. Everybody respects him. Even if you don't like him. Even if you don't want to play for him. You respect him. But there was no defense last year. It just wasn't. We turned up in the playoffs. It was an anomaly. We were all still shocked. As much as we were celebrating, we couldn't believe we turned up like that. And this whole one-on-one thing with Brunson, it is an issue that he's trying to curb now, but the team still isn't responding. So T-Mac's not watching if that's the case. A lot of times I feel like these guys are guessing, and they're going by with narratives that I don't know where you've been because we didn't win the NBA Cup like that. Like, so we're not losing because Brunson's going one-on-one. We're losing because everybody's just lost all of a sudden, gone. And even with the comparison about being a 1A, can you surround them? I understand what Flea is saying because everybody can't be Giannis and Joker. You're not going to build inside out with guys like that. Those are two anomalies. Those are the monsters. That's any era. You're going to do that with Shaq, Jordan, Akeem, certain guys you could do that with. But with a lead guard like that, that's what I liked about our roster 2 seasons ago. You have to have multiple people that are going to be there to help cover up for a guy like that. That's any sport. That's any sport. You need a big dog guard to guard defender, a 2 guard, somebody at the 3 to compensate for Brunson. Yes, you need the best lineups that Brunson ever plays in, or the other guys. One more guy in the lineup that goes one-on-one. Then we have a balance. That's what Dallas was doing. That's what we had here with Randall. So I understand Flea's frustration. I understand what he's saying when you say, I wouldn't choose that if I had to start an NBA franchise. You don't start with Brunson. It's just not, that's not what the fucking history shows us. It's not the smart thing to do. But he's overcompensating. He's overachieving all of history. And I think that's what you're saying that I can't argue with. But I'm a fan of the underdog. Come on now, Rudy, all that shit. This is a movie to me. So yeah, it's a low, but I don't like that T-Mac. Sometimes these guys, because I don't want to disrespect T-Mac like that. But I watched you in your prime. I don't know if you had a playoff performance like Brunson, dog. He had 2-3 seasons where he's killing. Melo could talk. You can say whatever you want about any all my criticism about Melo could talk like that. When I talked about Brunson, I specifically brought a couple dudes, right? The Jordan comparison. I said Melo could have this conversation with Brunson. He's a killer.
Because the nigga didn't perform. Now he can't tell you what he's saying.
No.
Because the nigga didn't.
You're right. No, you're right. I don't want it to come off that way, but sometimes T-Mac is on this thing where it's like, yo, dog, I remember you calling homeboy the puppy dog, and they got you up out of there.
Oh, Glenn
like,
Robb. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember Ryan's a big Ray Allen fan. We were watching when T-Mac when Tayshaun Prince locked his ass up. I told you, Flea, that same year, Garnett locked his ass up in the All-Star game, came back the next week in Minnesota, locked his ass up again. I said, oh shit, Mac got a problem. I didn't really see that with Brunson. Recently, a little bit, Dyson. Yeah, mate. But Brunson been out there busting everybody's ass. All the all-defensive caliber defensive player of the year dudes, he's been smoking them in the playoffs. So that's why I get excited about this dude, man. You right, Flea, he's my height. How the fuck can I not root for him?
Of course. I understand. Trust me. It's the Steph Curry effect. I get it. Like, I understand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
no, it's just Steph Curry is 6'3". He's not a big guy. Everybody, you know why everybody thinks that they can do what he does, because he's not this LeBron type figure. This, you know, you can't just pump out 6'8", 6'9", 265-pound niggas. But 190-pound 6'3" nigga, yeah, I can aspire to do what he does. So I get it. Brunson is giving us something that we haven't had in a long time. I get it. But that is cool. Like, we could separate that and say, yes, we love that. But we can't put that in the same lane of championship. Yeah, that's great. We have something to root for. He's a great player. But when we start talking about championships, it's like, okay, another level. And I don't know if he's that. That's all.
But what do you think? Oh boy, chime right in, because I know you had a question. But what do you think we were missing in the last couple of years? Because it's not like we weren't right there. The year before, we were injured. And the guy that went away in free agency went off to get a chip, by the way. And he's on a team that he didn't even play today. And neither did the second best player on the team, or the third, however you consider Jalen Williams. And they smoked your boy Donovan Mitchell and them Cavs. So that's the team.
It's not my boy, but you see what SGA did? A guy. I don't have none of my niggas. But a guy gonna go get 30 and we gonna beat. We're gonna beat whoever.
Go ahead.
That's the guy.
That's foul. That's
a guy.
That's foul.
Hold on.
That's a guy. I ain't got my second best player. That's a guy. Like,
third best player. But go ahead.
That's fucking loud. He's missing niggas.
He had his second best player and he had a monster day. What are you talking about?
Amazing.
Jalen Williams not his second. Jalen Williams is the second best player.
Well, I mean, I agree to disagree. We got had that argument one day. But look,
Chet is a better player than Jalen Williams?
Yeah, I think so.
You just said at the summertime, you just said Chet ain't shit, and now Chet is the second best player.
Listen. No, I said that.
OG said Chet ain't shit, and now he's the second best player on that team.
Now watch this.
God, we can talk about that another time.
No. Hold on. Watch this.
Okay.
Just real quick. The Brunson Cat thing. Right now, Flea, who would you build around, Chet or Williams?
Build a team around?
The same question they just asked when you said, who would you build around, Cat or Brunson? You said Cat. I'm asking you, with Chet or Williams, who would you build around?
Neither one of them guys.
Come on, Flea, man.
Neither one.
All right.
Why would y'all build around these two niggas?
Okay.
Okay. Who am I drafting before? Who am I drafting first? Chet. I'm drafting Chet first.
All right.
Yes, I'm drafting Chet first.
My point is this, right? The Brunson situation, think about this, because like you said, Flea, we all watched the game. Every championship level team, every good team that's good for the whole season, their players play at an elite level, right? So meaning like who's ever the two guard is playing great basketball. Who's ever supposed to be the defender is actually defending. Who's ever a good rebounder is a rebounder. We have guys that are not playing at an elite level, a good level. OG's supposed to be our ball stopper. Mikal Bridges is supposed to be our guy that you can put on the guard like Dyson Daniels and them do with Brunson, whoever else, and go make it difficult. None of them is doing that. Then you have a Clarkson or Deuce coming off the bench who we expected to be microwave. They're not doing that. Then you have a guy, Mitchell Robinson, who we know monster day-to-day, but can barely get you 6 points. Oh, and by the way, he can't play back-to-back games and can't play. So for me, Brunson, it's a lose-lose. Now, he still has to be held accountable, but these great teams, these guys winning MVPs, going for multiple championships, their guys, their supporting cast is playing and doing what they're supposed to do. Our guys are playing like shit 8 out of 10 games. So it's an 80-game season. Every 10 games, 5 to 8 games, they playing like dog shit. How are we supposed to win? If guys did their job, I think we'll be having a different conversation. We seen when guys played down at elite level. We seen when Josh Hart was consistently being one of the best Swiss Army knives in the NBA, when Bridges is knocking down shots, when OG playing great D, when Mitch stay on the fucking floor. You see how much better we look. Guys are not holding up the end of their bargain. And That's not to say Brunson needs to hold up his end because he's been playing bad basketball. But it's like, come on, man. These great teams, it's everybody chipping in. Like you said, Flea, OKC, a lot of guys missing. What Chet do? What happens when Brunson and Cat missing? What does the other do? When both of them is missing, what do them other bum niggas do? Jack shit. We need to make a move. We got to get somebody in here that understands I got to play at a high level, night in, night out basis. I have to take it off too many nights.
I just looked up the top 10 MVP candidates or the probability for the MVP candidates. Joker leads the way. You got SGA, then Kay Cunningham, Luka Doncic, Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Duren, Alperen Sengun, and Kevin Durant. So you have Joker and Jamal Murray, 2 out of the top 10, same team. SGA and Chet Holmgren, who they mentioned, 2 out of the top 10. And that has a lot to do with the fact that, remember, Jalen Williams missed a lot of games too. And the Lakers, Luka's by himself. Tyrese Maxey is really high. Then you got Cade and Duren and Alperen Sengun and Durant. You got a bunch of tandems in the top 10. And that's my thing with Brunson. Giannis is not on this list. But normally when he plays a lot of games, they still show him love. Bro, his team sucks. When you don't have the right team around you, you lose points. You lose points as an MVP candidate. That's what they do. Like, they gave it to SGA last year, and I still thought, like, I don't know if he had a better, like, more value than Joker. I don't know. I would have voted for Joker, me, myself. But that team is loaded, deep, and nobody could really pinpoint these guys that would be one-on-one. They win a bunch of games. They were like 20-2 without Jalen Williams. They win some games without Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Hartenstein sits out. Like, that's a fully loaded team. When you don't have your guys, was Jalen Brown on there?
Nah, I was about to say that. I don't know if that list is legit.
That is
Jalen Brown wasn't on there.
That's crazy. All right. Damn. Now, when he says
there's no way Jamal Murray's there before Jalen Brown. There's no way in the world.
At all. Dog. When All Ball says it was conspiracy against Jalen Brown, and Jalen Brown is talking about, you know why I'm not gonna get the MVP? Because I don't be bitching for them calls. I don't be flopping. And I don't be bitching up in real life either. There's a lot of credence to his thing with that right there. But that's besides the point. I don't think Brunson, he don't have no MVP co-star. And when he did, we were balling last year, in case we forget. Mm-hmm. Even Randall had some MVP votes, but it was more or less the team that you're referring to, Flea. Nobody gets on that list without balling out as a team. Everybody up there is a top 5 team at least, right? Except for the Lakers. They dropped down recently. But Luka had them balling. We know who ruined that. Could have been anywhere else, but you joined us. Y'all know what this was.
KNICKS Rehab.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all.
All Ball TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.